Let's go. Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good, y'all? Welcome into the Gridiron. It's your boy, Jersey, the motherfucking king. We got a new episode today. Of course, you see the background, you see everything, you see all the new shit. Man, it's going down. We branded out here, baby. We branded out here, baby. You feel me? Let's turn the fuck up, man. Let's go. Let's go, baby. We out here. You know what I'm talking about? It's popping. How y'all feeling? What's going on, Platinum? And what? You know what I mean? What's going on here? And waka. How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling? What's going on today? How we feeling today, man? You can talk about my Cowboys all you want. Make sure y'all drop a like on the stream, man. Make sure y'all drop a like on the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Make sure you go subscribe to the Gridiron channel as well. Go follow me on all the social medias. We are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. We're getting it popping today, man. We got some USFL talk, of course, because the playoffs were last week. The championship game is today. It's going down. Like, it's going down. So sit back, relax. Let's jump in these trenches, man. We got some XFL talk, and of course, we got some NFL talk. Why the hell are we still talking about the Jets, the Aaron Rodgers, and the Super Bowl? And the season ain't even started yet. Preseason ain't even started yet. So we're going to get into it, man. Let me run this ammo back one more again, and we're going to get this show started. Sit back, relax. It's the Gridiron. You feel me? I hope y'all like that shit, man. I'm excited, man. You know what I'm saying? Might have to change the music up a little bit, but it is what it is. I love that shit, man. That shit is pumping right there. So today, like I said, man, we're gonna talk about the USFL, of course. There's a lot of USFL news to go over. The playoffs, also the player awards, like player of the year awards, the whole nine. Chuck, what's going on, man? Welcome into the show. GV, what's good, baby? What's goody? We are here. We are live. It is the Gridiron. I'm your host, Jersey the King. Y'all already know, man. Feeling good today. Hope y'all are feeling good. About to get live, about to get it popping. You know what I'm saying? So sit back and relax. But yeah, man, we got a lot to talk about today as far as the USFL, man. Like last week was boy. Last week was crazy. Okay, so I don't know if you guys watched. Yeah, he's starting already. Well, yeah, I don't know if you guys watched the championship or the playoffs last week, but boy, the last weekend was crazy. That Michigan and Pittsburgh game was a really, really, really close game. So let's break down this game real quick. We ain't even really going to really break it all the way down, but let's talk about it just a little bit because it was a very interesting game. It was kind of back and forth until the fourth quarter. And then once we got into the fourth quarter, you just see Pittsburgh start really taking control of the game. Listen, Troy Vincent, or I keep calling him, I want to call him Troy Vincent. I don't know why. Troy Williams, sorry. Wow, you guys are awesome. Make sure you guys drop a like on the stream for show. We got 5 people watching, so drop a like on the stream. Let's get the likes up. But yeah, Troy Williams, Isaiah Henney, their offense, that Pittsburgh offense was just gelling throughout the game. Honestly, I could say that it was a very, very interesting game to watch, only for the simple fact that you got to imagine we have one of the, I guess you can call it turnaround to one of the most turnaround teams from last year. Last year, Pittsburgh had a horrible record. I mean, worse than this losing record that they're going into the championship game with. We got another XFL playoff and championship scenario going on again. We have a winning record team in the South, which is reversed from the XFL, which we had a losing record team, you know what I'm saying, go to the championship game. But in the North, it was a winning record team making it to the championship game. Now in the USFL, it's different. It's basically flipped. The team in the North has a losing record going into the championship game. The team in the South has a winning record. Defending champion, though, going into the championship game. So the Birmingham Stallions are looking to repeat because they did make it to the championship game. We'll get into that here in a second. But back to this Pittsburgh and Michigan game. Now, you would think Josh Love, Reggie Corbin, and the whole Pittsburgh front, or excuse me, the whole Michigan front would really come to play today. You know what I mean? Like, you would think they would come to really play and put it all on the line to try and get an opportunity to go to the championship game. And they just didn't do it all the way. Now, don't get me wrong. It was a close game. It was a close game. And I can honestly say that 31-27 final kind of didn't reflect on the field because it wasn't too much that it was sloppy football. It was just a low-scoring game at the beginning of the game. We didn't get a lot of the scoring until the fourth quarter. Michigan scored 10 points in the fourth. Pittsburgh scored 17. But Michigan did shut out Pittsburgh in the third quarter and stop them from scoring whatsoever. So you said you can't wait for the NFL season to start. Me too, man. I'm excited about the NFL this season. I think we're going to have some really, really exciting games this season. And I'm really excited for the NFL season for sure. But yeah, that 31-27 was your final. That put Pittsburgh at, I guess you can say, the prestige level of the season for them. And I say it that way because, like, look at it this way, man. We weren't expecting Pittsburgh to make it, especially not in the last couple weeks. You know what I mean? But going into the last couple weeks of the season, they were just showing some promise. You know what I mean? So I guess you can say they put a little prestige on it because now they have an opportunity to go in here and pull off what Arlington Renegades or the XFL did and be a losing team record or being a team with a losing record and winning the championship. So, I mean, hey, it's all about who wants it. So if Pittsburgh goes into this game wanting it more than than Birmingham, guess what? You know what I mean? Like, we might see them come into this game and just blow Birmingham out the water. But then again, we're talking about the Birmingham Stallions, the defending USFL champions. Now, hold up. Wait a minute. Last week, they went berserker on the fucking Breakers, bro. They went berserker on the Breakers. 47-22 was your final score last Sunday for the South Division Championship game. 47 to bro, someone gonna romper stomp. That game last week, though, oh my goodness, from the start, literally, Alabama was lit. And when I say the whole state of Alabama, because anybody in the state of Alabama who's a spring league fan is loving the Birmingham Stallions team. Okay, period. We're just going to put it that way. Now, with them going back to the championship for the second year in a row, being the division championship, this was a really, really highly anticipated game for their fans. Like, their fans really showed up, actually. It was crazy. They actually showed up. We had actually good turnout somewhat for fans. But, man, when that whistle blew and that ball was kicked off, that first quarter, New Orleans scored one touchdown in the first quarter. That was it. They got shut out till the fourth quarter. They did not score another point until the fourth quarter. I mean, Birmingham and Alex Magoo went crazy. Now, boy, Magoo came into this season as a backup, right? Birmingham's starting quarterback goes down, breaks his finger. He's done for the season. Magoo comes in, games 2, goes off. And when I say that boy put his foot on the pedal from the start of his official season, like getting his first snap on the field, since then, he just his foot's been on the gas. Like, that man has been dominating the USFL at the quarterback position. Like, don't get me wrong, New Orleans Breakers quarterback McLeod Bethel Thompson, don't get me wrong. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Bro, he drunk that butters creamy goo, bro, and went. He had that secret stuff from Space Jam, bro, because, man, he's just been going off this season. And no one can deny him the MVP award, which he rightfully won. But honestly, like, you got to give him all the credit in the world. He carried this team on his back this season. Led the team, I believe, in rushing, as well as led the team in passing, and of course, touchdowns. So, like, when you're scoring more touchdowns on the ground than your running back, on top of throwing the ball, sorry, that was my phone. Let me put that on vibrate. But yeah, most definitely, like, if you look at it, like, Magoo has jumped in this league this season and just went crazy. He went no, but he went crazy. bro, you ain't lie. McLeod Bethel MBT. We're just gonna call him MBT. That's too much to say sometimes. He played like crap. We're just gonna say that. He played like straight crap the whole game. And I got that special ed ringtone. I love the Minions, man. My guys. But no, for real. Like, MBT played like crap. He was not his normal self at all. And it showed. It reflected on the field so bad. And when I say it reflected on the field, he threw 2 interceptions. Like, just got sacked. Everything. It was just all bad for MBT last week. And it showed. Birmingham went crazy. That defense was stout last week. They played lights out. Last week and had a hell of a game. They had a hell of a game last week. So it's going to be tough for Pittsburgh to go into this championship game thinking that it's just going to be, an easy win. The game is going to be held at the Canton Field in Canton, Ohio, at the Hall of Fame field, where that's where the championship game will be held tonight. And that's going to be on NBC at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern on NBC. I don't know if they're going to stream it on Peacock, though. It's not showing that it's going to be on Peacock, but more than likely it'll probably be on Peacock as well. So NBC or Peacock, you can check out the game. But like I said, I think it's going to be hard for Pittsburgh to really go in there and really dominate Birmingham. Now, last week, I did call it, though. I said Pittsburgh was going to win, and Pittsburgh won. Now, when it comes to the Birmingham game, I said it. If New Orleans could have won in that game and started hot and stayed hot, they had a chance to win because they ended up scoring 15 points in the fourth quarter. That's where they got the 22 points from. You know what I mean? To end the game with 22 points. But again, you got to imagine you're playing catch up the whole game now. And if they would have went into that game and took a lead and kept the lead, or at least kept the momentum on their side, even if Birmingham were to get the lead and the lead were to change multiple times throughout the game. If New Orleans would have just played like they started the season 4-0, they were lights out. They were the best team. If they would have just played like they played at the beginning of the season when they started 4-0, I think they had a better chance of winning. But they couldn't pull it out, and now Pittsburgh and Birmingham will be playing for the 2023 USFL Championship this year. So good luck to both teams. I'm kind of hoping that a dynasty isn't starting with Birmingham in this USFL league. I'm hoping that a dynasty doesn't start. I'm hoping that Pittsburgh does pull out a win tonight and pull out the upset and, takes the championship home. But again, it's going to be hard for them to do that. It's going to be really, really hard for them to do that because, like I said, on both sides of the fucking ball, Birmingham is just tough. You got to worry about a quarterback who can run, who can throw, stretch plays, make things happen. You got to worry about the run game. You got to worry about that offensive line. You got to worry about the wide receivers. You got to worry about that defense. I mean, it's just too much. They have a powerhouse team over there, and it's going to be hard. Pittsburgh's going to really have to come in. Boogie Roberts and them boys are going to really have to get after Alex McGough tonight and put some pressure on him and keep pressure on him the whole game for it to happen. But real talk. Now, shifting over to awards. Again, that game's tonight at 5. But let's shift over to some awards. Your MVP of the league for this season, again, was Alex McGough, quarterback for the Birmingham Stallions. Rightfully so. He deserved it. So, he gets the player of the year. It's still the player of the year actually went to Ryan McDaniels of the Memphis Showboats. Yeah, Pitt better run rush, because if they don't, bro, Pitt better put pressure on top of pressure on top of pressure on Alex McGough, because if they don't, it's going to be a long night for McGough. A long night for McGough. Real talk. It's going to be a long, long night for Alex McGough. So Pitt's going to have to put some pressure on him and really make it a long night for Alex McGough, or it's going to be a long night for that Pittsburgh defense. Period. So, but let's see here. Offensive Player of the Year award goes to the Houston Gamblers running back, your boy, Mark Thompson. He was named Offensive Player of the Year. That scared me. Your Defensive Player of the Year goes to Michigan Panthers linebacker, Frank Ginda. Now, back to Mark Thompson real quick. Sorry, guys. A little jumping around. Mark Thompson had 8 games with 653 yards, 14 touchdowns on the ground. So, yes, he definitely earned that one. And then your Special Teams Player of the Year, they don't have it here. Great. Believe they don't even have it right here. Hold on, guys. Yeah, they don't even give us I don't know why. Hold on. USFL tripping, y'all. He said I got a ghost. All right, there he is. Memphis Showboats Derek Dillon named Special Teams Player of the Year. There we go. And Skip Holtz, head coach of the defending champion Birmingham Stallions, gets your Coach of the Year award, of course. So, say I got a ghost. I know, right? But that shit been falling off that picture. Been trying to get it on that picture for I don't know how long. But yeah, so that's your USFL news, man. Get ready for that game. It's gonna be a game. I don't care. It's gonna be a game. I just hope it's not a blowout. I just hope like it's really not a blowout. I hope it's an exciting game. What do you guys think? You guys think? Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I want to know. What do you guys think? You guys think this game is gonna be a blowout by Birmingham, or is it gonna be a competitive game for the Stallions as far as Pittsburgh really coming in and actually putting up a huge fight and making it a competitive game? What do you guys think? Let me know, chickadee chat, because I need to know. You know what I'm saying? I need to know what y'all think, because I just I think personally it's going to be a close game. I think Pitt's going to show up. I really think Pitt's going to show up. I honestly do. I think Pitt's going to actually show up, and they're going to put up a fight and make it kind of hard for you. Don't think so? Hit says Pitt's gonna get blown back. I won't say it's gonna be a washout, but they're not gonna make it be on this. No, you don't think they're gonna do nothing? I mean, they made it. You don't think they're gonna do nothing? I'm just saying they made it to the championship game, even with a 4-6 record. Technically 5-6. And if they win the game, they'll end the season with a winning record. Technically, they'll end the season 6-6 out of 12 games. I mean, hey, you don't think they could do it? Nobody gave Arlington a chance except the Arlington fans. And some of us, I knew Arlington could win for the XFL championship. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Hit says they made it, but they not showing they won it. You're right. But they did play a team who didn't show that they wanted it either in Michigan. So I think that's why they made it to the championship and not Michigan. But I don't know, man. We'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see. Because like I said, it just all depends on how Pittsburgh comes in and plays. If Pittsburgh comes in with the mindset of we want to win this championship more than they do, we want to win our first championship more than they want to repeat and win their second, you know what I mean? Then let's make it happen. So it's just, like I said, it's just going to depend on them going into this game with that mindset of we wanted more. You know what I mean? So that's your your USFL news here on the Gridiron, baby. Oh, I ain't even have my ticker up today, y'all. I'm just off. I was just so excited to show you guys the new logo and just stuff. We don't got no mail time today or no fan mail today, so we will not be doing any fan mail, but I am going to be talking about some XFL news. Now, the XFL did have the rookie draft. It's completed. I don't like how they did the draft. We don't know what the draft order is. We don't know who went number one, who was the last pick, who was the XFL's, like the grades of the draft grades of these teams. Like, they need to fix how they do their draft. Well, no, you're good. You're good, bro. You're good. Yeah, we don't have no fan mail today. It's all right. You know, I also, this should be the last day y'all see the Jersey the King show logos on the Gridiron podcast show. It should be the last day y'all see it. Also, we'll be bringing the show starting next week. The show will be 3 days a week: Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Same time. Well, maybe not. It depends. We'll see how it goes with the the times for Tuesday and Thursday. But we are going to start doing the show 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Saturday show change, or the Saturday show time will not change. It's always going to be 10 a.m. on Saturday mornings. But the Tuesday and Thursday shows, I will let you guys know. We'll keep you guys posted. Facebook and Twitter and all that good stuff. So be prepared for all the upcoming information on the new episodes. I think more than likely the Tuesday show is going to really be for more of the Vegas Vipers XFL fans. We're going to do like a Fan Gang Nation type show. So I'm going to really start trying to pull in some more Vegas Vipers fans for that show on Tuesday. And we'll call it the Fan Gang Nation show, live on the Gridiron. You already know. Bang, bang, bang. And then when Thursday's show, you know, we'll be figuring out what we're going to be doing. But I'll let you guys know. Like I said, it'll be happening this week. I may also be on the Gridiron podcast, or the I said the Gridiron podcast, the Gridiron Nation podcast, Gridiron Nation, Gabriel Garcia's Gridiron Nation podcast show tomorrow. I believe he's doing his first video podcast episode to where he'll actually be live on video and actually be live streaming on YouTube, I believe. So y'all definitely be on the lookout for that as well. I should know more after the show today. I'm gonna hit Gabe up and see what's goody, and then we'll go from there. Or if he jumps in the chat today on the show, then we'll see what's up. But yeah, man, got a lot of things in the works. Like I said, you see, I'm branding the show, man, and really trying to take this brand, the Gridiron itself, and make it its own. So that's why you see I got all the new shit. I got the banner in the background right here. As you see, got the banner in the background. You know what I mean? I'm trying to really brand the fuck out of this shit, man. So, you know, and take the show to a whole nother level. Like I said, we'll be doing some interviews for upcoming Vegas Viper games next season in the XFL. So, like, a lot will be changing as far as things that I'll be doing. I'll be doing a lot more on the field, that type of things, and really interacting with a lot of different players and coaches and staff and XFL execs and stuff. So I'm going to really be pushing to really get this brand, the Gridiron, to the next level. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, speaking of the XFL, now recently the XFL has basically booked, what is it, like 6 dates? Yeah, they booked like 6 dates for like next season already. And some people are thinking that it's going to be for the championship game to be held somewhere else. Yeah, it really was. I can't even lie about that. You absolutely right about that one. The draft really was just ass. Like, it was just a list of names. You know what I mean? We didn't even see the order of which player, you know, of where players were picked. None of that. They need to really fix that next year. They really need to fix that next year. You know what I mean? Because that's just not going to cut it at all. We want to know about these players. We're going to be watching them. We're fans of the league. We're fans of these teams in the league. We want to know these players that are coming to our teams that we're fans of. So it only makes sense to at least hold the draft on ESPN Plus, something. You know what I mean? Shit, do a virtual draft live on XFL.com. I don't know. But you could have did something. I mean, you got a whole TV deal with ESPN. You could have did something. They could have opened up a slot. 30 minutes, whatever, however you was going to do it. It wouldn't have took that long. You could have did an hour presentation and had the draft. Whatever. But they didn't. So, they, like I said, they just need to fix it. But they did like I said, people were talking about they got all these new locations, or not new locations, but they got these dates already booked for next season. And St. Louis has an extra date, I believe, or all of them have an extra date, and it's possibly because they might be choosing where to have the XFL championship game next season. My thing is this: don't move it out of Texas yet. Leave the XFL championship game in San Antonio for right now. You're right. No, but they need to leave the championship game in San Antonio right now at the Alamo Dome. Right now, that's a perfect setting. A lot of I was recently watching B Hawk Live from the X Fan show, from A Train and Dirty with the X Fan show, and they were talking about this. Actually, they were just talking about it on the X Fan show the other day too. They need to leave the. They really need to just leave the championship game in Texas for right now. Leave it in San Antonio. Once the league expands, gets bigger, it's more successful, the whole nine, then we go to trying to look to put the championship game in different cities, in certain host cities. Let this city host it or that city host it or whatever the case. I think maybe 5 years down the road, 3 to 5 years down the road, yeah, think about doing something like that. But for right now, leave it in San Antonio. It's the perfect position or perfect place to centralize, like we were talking about on the B Hawk Live show and the X Fan show. It's a centralized location. It's safe for the fans to be able to come out, fly out there, and feel safe. You know what I mean? Even for fans that drive. You know what I mean? It's safe for those fans. St. Louis so much isn't a safe environment when it comes to that type of thing. So they need to get that crime under control out there, or it's not going to be a good turnout for the games, because people aren't going to feel safe to come out there and come to the game and then, try and enjoy themselves. They're not going to feel safe because of the crime. So leave it in San Antonio right now. Not just so much because it's a dome stadium, because championship games in outside stadiums are perfectly fine too, especially if the weather holds and the weather's, up to par, things of that nature. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Leave it in a centralized location where it's at right now in San Antonio. Then later down the road, let's look to move up the ante. Well, not move up the ante, but give different cities different cities and team locations opportunities to host the championship game. You know what I mean? Like right now, if you were decided to say, "Hey, let's go to Las Vegas," where are you going to do that? You can't have the championship game at Cashman, not without it being renovated. Now, if Cashman gets renovated to where it's a 20,000 seater or more, then yeah, okay, cool. But for them to have a championship game out here in Vegas, right? They would have to have Allegiant Stadium for one. You need Al Davis's permission. Al Davis is going to want an arm, leg, thigh, whatever else, just for the XFL to be like, okay, let's rent this damn place for one game, because you got to worry about ticket sales, packing that big ass stadium that's holding 80,000 people. Like we got to get the fan base and the trust back in the XFL for that to be able to be successful, for us to be able to hold an event to that magnitude in a place of that magnitude. You know what I mean? Having a championship game in a big stadium like that, sitting 80,000 people, when the most we're getting is 38,000 in the Battle Dome in St. Louis. Most we were getting for San Antonio, 24,000, 25,000 for home games. But that's the thing. It's not going to be, see, now, this is the thing, though. It's not so much about changing. It's more so of them figuring out, hey, do we want to have the championship game here? Do we want to have the championship game here this year? You know what I mean? Right now, leave the championship game where it's at, in San Antonio, right? Leave the championship game in San Antonio. allow the league to grow, allow the league to expand, allow the league to be successful for the next 3 to 5 years. And within that 3 to 5 years, if it's successful enough to say, hey, we want to have the championship game somewhere else other than San Antonio, then cool. But the fans are the ones who the XFL are trying to gain the trust of again. The fans, the viewers. You know what I mean? Because after 3 different versions or 2 different versions before this one of the XFL not succeeding, fans have lost faith. Fans have lost trust. So a lot of people aren't going to want to sit here and okay, I get what you're saying. Because people are not gonna want to move all around just to see a game right now. Right, exactly. We got to get the trust earned back by the league or by us. They have to get that league. The league has to get the trust of us earned back for that support to be where it was. Like back in 2020, in the 2020 season, it was success. I mean, stadiums were being packed, literally being packed. And now it's like, okay, are we going to have another season this time? Or are we just going to be a one and done? But now that we have a second season, there's going to be more trust that's earned, right? But they still have a lot of work to do. They still got to change up their marketing strategy, which is why they cut 20% of their marketing staff within the league. People keep talking about, oh, they lost $60 million, blah, blah, blah. No, they really didn't. You got to imagine they paid off a debt on top of buying the league. So there's an overhead cost of all this shit. So they have to put money in. You have to spend money to make money. Like Arlington Lane, A-Train was saying from the X-Fan show. You have to spend money to make money. If you're not spending money, you ain't going to make no money. And that's just how it is. So, like I said, I think I personally think that the whole locations thing really could be for playoff expansion. Now, roll up if you got to, let up if you don't. It's 4:20 somewhere, and it's time to smoke. I haven't lit up all show, y'all. We almost 45 minutes into the show, y'all. Let's get it. But yeah, I really think that they should just rug piece, dirty rug piece. But no, honestly, I think they should, like I said, leave the game in San Antonio for right now. And let the league grow. Once we get more teams, then think about something like that. Having having cities host the XFL championship game. The X Bowl. Call it the damn X Bowl. Sounds better. The XFL championship. Oh, the USFL championship. They got a Super Bowl championship. Call it the Super Bowl. That's the NFL. I mean, yeah, I'm just saying. Whatever. It's bowls. Damn it. But no, I really think that leaving it in San Antonio will be successful for right now. It'll be beneficial. And it'll allow the league to grow. Honestly. XFL needs to just revamp what needs to be revamped from last season. And then, go from there. See where the success from last season, the success necessary changes that need to be made from this off season, and then let's see how next season goes. If next season goes well to where we're getting a third season, then hell yeah, let's start talking about expansion. Let's start talking about other things. But let's get the second season done. You know what I mean? So that's just my thing with the XFL and the whole host cities for the championship game. I just feel like right now San Antonio should just stick with being the host city, and the XFL should just wait on even thinking about expanding or that expanding that idea. Let me say that expanding that idea to put it in motion. Wait to put that type of idea in motion. Let's get some more success going. You know what I mean? That's the main thing. So that's just how I feel. I feel like it's really just pump the brakes on the whole idea. But I think like I said, the dates are going to be for either flexibility of the schedule in case they have to change up dates on the games or whatever for weather or whatever, or they could be changing up the playoff format and allowing 3 teams, you know what I mean, to make the playoffs, or some type of, wild card situation. It's possible. You never know with the XFL. It's a league of opportunity, and it's a league of differences because they've made a lot of differences in the game of football with their rules. So we'll just have to sit back and see. You know what I mean? We'll just have to sit back and see. And like I said, I'll keep you guys posted on all the XFL news and everything that's going on with the offseason. But again, the USFL championship game is tonight. Pittsburgh Maulers, Birmingham Stallions, 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 Central, 8 Eastern on NBC. Next week, the XFL Showcase will be in St. Louis. So y'all get ready for that. Anybody who's in St. Louis, you can go and actually watch. It'll be open to the public, I believe. So, yeah. Go check that out. And then a combine coming up. Like, we get an XFL combine. That's lit. We're getting an XFL combine, y'all. That's super lit. So, I'm excited for the XFL as a whole. The USFL, they're going into their 3rd season. They already announced they'll be back for a 3rd season next year. Hopefully. That's another thing. Hopefully next year, the USFL has fields for all their teams. And I will be talking about that this week on the show. On probably the Wednesday or the Thursday episode, I'll be talking about the USFL and what they're talking about this offseason as well, and what they're doing for next season. I think they got some locations that they've been looking at for teams that don't have fields right now, home fields of their own. They've been looking at certain locations, so we'll just have to see where it lands. But I'll definitely give you guys an update on that this Thursday. So be ready for the show this Thursday. We're gonna be streaming the show, and I might be bringing the show back to Kick as well. So y'all be ready. Now let's transition into some fucking NFL news. And the reason why I say it like that is because the season ain't even started. Right? The season has not started at all. Why are we talking about Aaron Rodgers and the Jets still being Super Bowl contenders and being the favorites in the AFC East, possibly being the favorites in the AFC conference itself? Like, what is going on? Just because, okay, listen, I don't know if anybody's seen how bad Aaron Rodgers has been playing the last 3 seasons, but he ain't been doing what he normally do. He ain't been that bad man that Stephen A. call him. He ain't been that man. And just because he's going to the Jets, which has a younger, better team than the Packers, of course, whatever, doesn't matter. Aaron Rodgers' personal play, his individual play, has not been good these past 3 seasons. So why are we automatically putting him at the top of the list now that he's on this team? Why are we putting this team at the top of the list for Super Bowl contention? How? Like, how? Aaron Rodgers couldn't even get the Packers to the playoffs, and he's had weapons. on offense and defense. So what makes you think that he's just going to jump right up on this team and all of a sudden his play is just going to be back to Super Bowl winning Aaron Rodgers play? No, 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 no. I don't see it. And then you're talking about, oh, is it the Cowboys or the Jets? Who has more pressure to make the Super Bowl? What the fuck? Now, if you want to compare quarterbacks, Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott has more pressure. I'm going to keep on saying it even as a Cowboys fan. Dak Prescott has more pressure. You've been in this league going on your 9th season, and the farthest you've gotten your team is the division round. That's it. You've gotten some wild card wins, and that's it. Other than that, bro, what have you done? What, got some division titles? What's a division title without going to the NFC Championship? What's the point of winning the NFC East if you're not going to make it all the way to the NFC Championship? I don't care. Because I feel like Dak Prescott is Mr. Divisional Round. Dak Divisional Round Prescott. Period. You can't get over that hump. He has not gotten over that hump. Aaron Rodgers has gotten over that hump. Aaron Rodgers has played in the NFC Championship game on multiple occasions. Aaron Rodgers has a Super Bowl. So when it comes to who has more pressure to win the Super Bowl this season or who has more pressure to make it to the Super Bowl this season, I don't feel it's Aaron Rodgers. I feel Aaron Rodgers has something to prove as far as, okay, the situation was bad in Green Bay, but it really wasn't on me. That's all he can really prove. Is just come out and play lights out football. Play bad man football. You feel what I'm saying? That's all he can really do. And I better hope this man, Jets fans, I better hope Aaron Rodgers don't get injured. His little fragile ass. Because these defensive players that are coming into the league are not no small guys. They're not. These are big dudes. Like, these are really big dudes, bro. And they're fast. And they're coming. And it's going to be a different animal. Why do you think Tom Brady said, nope, I'm done. I'm actually done this time. I'm not coming back. Because he knows. He's getting too old. And Aaron Rodgers is getting too old. He's got about another 2 years in him. But like I said, I feel Dak Prescott has more to prove. I feel, hell, Tua Tagovailoa has more to prove. Mac Jones has more to prove than Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? So, hell, Lamar Jackson has more to prove. Joe Burrow has more to prove. Josh Allen has more to prove to make up for what all the turnovers he had last season, which is uncharacteristic of Josh Allen. He's not a turnover machine. He doesn't do that. So I just feel like there's a lot more pressure on other quarterbacks in the league on both the AFC conference and the NFC conference than Aaron Rodgers. I feel Aaron Rodgers has the least amount of pressure out of all of them. All he got to do is just go there, win, and possibly get them to the Super Bowl. They don't even got to win it. He can get them to the AFC Championship and lose the AFC Championship game. But they're going to be like, hey, you got him this far. You know what I mean? So that's just my opinion. Thank you, babe. Just made me a smoothie. Oh, that's fire. Yeah. That's fire. But yeah, yo. Definitely, I feel Aaron Rodgers got more pressure on. Or, other quarterbacks have more pressure than Aaron Rodgers. So, in my final statement of this whole Aaron Rodgers and the Jets are Super Bowl favorites, no, they're not. Can we get the season started first? Please. Thank you. Like, ESPN, can y'all stop this? Can y'all stop this? Because it's getting redundant. Like, let the season start. Let the preseason start. Hell. Let's see how that offense looks week 1 of the preseason. Real talk. Because from the way Aaron Rodgers played last year and the year before and the year before, he got to show me that the Jets are just automatically contenders with him on that team. Sorry. Period. But Dak Prescott, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Russell Wilson, you know what I mean? There's plenty of more quarterbacks out there with more pressure and more to prove next season or this upcoming season than Aaron Rodgers, man. So I'm just tired of hearing about them being a favorite. They're not the Super Bowl favorite. They're not. They can make it to the playoffs and get knocked out of the playoffs, and it'll still be success for them. Period. I don't care how nobody wants to look at it. Yeah, they may not have been to the AFC Championship since 2009, I believe, with Mark Sanchez in the butt fumble. But you say you could play a game of Madden and be a better player than half these players. Not so much. Not so much. Yo, start drinking healthy, man. It's definitely hard to knock the injury law. Great law attorney out here. If you're in Las Vegas and you need an injury law attorney, knock me. But yeah, like I said, Aaron Rodgers and the Jets are not Super Bowl favorites. Until they go into this season, if they don't like, it's like this. They go into the season and they be like undefeated or something. Okay, your favorites. I don't know, bro. Some I can agree with that. Some, but yeah, they got the Jets literally have to start this season undefeated for me to feel like. Well, I'm talking. They got to go like 8-9-0 for me to be like, okay, they're Super Bowl favorites. You know what I mean? Period. And that's just what it is. But today wasn't a long show, guys. We didn't really have a lot to talk about. We did go over all the USFL news, possibly. We went over all the XFL news for right now. Like I said, I got more XFL news coming Tuesday, more USFL news coming Thursday, and then a new episode of the show on Saturday. So, like I said, the Saturday show is going to stay the same, but the Tuesday show is going to be more for like the XFL and the Vegas Vipers team, stuff like that, more so. And then when a Thursday show is going to be, more for the USFL. So that's how we going to do that. You dig? But I love you guys, man. And say long, short, it's all lit. Hey, we out here, man. We out here, baby. I appreciate everybody pulling up, chilling with me today. You know what I'm saying? Episode 19 was a success. I'm happy you guys like the new animation, the new intro, the new logos. My guy's working on my screens right now as we're doing the show. He's actually working on my screens. So next week, I should have all the new screens and stuff for the show. you will no longer see any of the Jersey the King show animation or logos or anything on the Gridiron podcast show itself. For right now, it'll still be on the Jersey the King show YouTube channel, but until we make the transition, which won't be long. I'm literally just waiting for everything. So once I have everything and possibly I'll figure it all out. I'll let y'all know. But again, man, I want to thank y'all for being here. I will see y'all Tuesday for another episode of the Gridiron, but it will be the Fang Gang Nation edition. It'll be the first episode of the Fang Gang Nation show off of the podcast, off of the Gridiron. So, we're about to get live, man. We're about to get some Vegas Viper fans up in here, get the show popping. So we'll see how this works, which is going to. I'm not worried about it. But again, I want to thank y'all for being here, man. You already know what it is, man. Love the hell out of y'all. So until Tuesday, I will holler at y'all on Tuesday. I'll let y'all know the time too about when I'll be going live on Tuesday too. Might do it in the afternoon. Might do it like, I don't know. We'll see. Because a lot of y'all are 3 hours ahead, 2 and 3 hours ahead of me. So we'll see. We'll see how everything goes. But again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in to this week's show. I will see y'all Tuesday. To all my gamers out there, I'll be back with another stream for Star Wars Jedi Survivor soon. But again, man, I love y'all. Holla at your boy. We out this bitch. Watch this animation.